Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and Devin and I are continuing our Middara series. We had just got done saving some miners. That wasn't worth it. Maybe it is. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We saved the coffin girl is what we did.
Yep, maybe
put in that extra work.
Maybe she has new ambitions in life, and she becomes a character we can play, and she has infinite health, infinite strength, and she doesn't even roll.
Yeah, she just wins.
She just walks in and
winning.
She's just like,
just one card.
Just
just says winning. Just winning.
And that's it.
Winning card.
Well, only time will tell. We have continued into the main quest, Unstoppable Blight.
Main quest, Unstoppable Blight. Damocles was speaking so quietly that Nightingale could barely hear him. "You're positive that's what he said?" Damocles was asking. The messenger, dressed in hide colors and still panting from a run, wasn't quiet at all. "I'm afraid so, sir. Your father has requested your immediate return." Damocles turned away from the messenger and towards Nightingale and her friends. "I'm sorry. The words caught in his throat. "Hyde is grateful for your help." He didn't wait for them to respond, just turned and took off running down the hill, scattering pedestrians in his wake. "It was only a matter of time," Rook muttered, voice low. "I've never heard of anyone overcoming the Blight." "We should make sure he's okay." Remy started walking after him, taking the longest stride she could. "I don't know what I'd do if that were my mom, but I wouldn't want to do it alone." "Good idea." Nightingale followed, and they quickly broke into a run after his disappearing figure. The guards at the Hyde estate recognized them at once and let them through. The house was already in mourning. What servants they met were wearing black, and directed them to a room they hadn't visited before. The sprawling bedroom had a pair of wide double doors and a half-dozen armed guards standing just outside. It was a spacious master suite.
Did you ever watch Futurama?
Oh yeah.
Okay. when they do the Slurm factory, and they're just like, there's a bunch of armed guards. Made me think of the Oompa Loompas, the Dumpty Darm guards.
Shut up.
Right. That's early Futurama too. That's great.
Plenty of windows and a huge four-poster bed at the back. The sheets and blankets had all been stripped away, and sturdy leather straps were secured to the posts. Periodically, the bed jerked back and forth. Elias and Damocles met them at the door. Elias in particular seemed almost as withered and weak as the thing restrained in bed. There were dark circles around his bloodshot eyes, and one hand kept drifting down to his sword. "You see what Hendrix has done to my family?" Elias gestured behind him. "I hoped my doctors would discover something, or some Esper would intervene. A foolish dream." "I'm sorry." It was the only thing Nightingale could think to say. She wasn't going to lie and say she understood what it was like, or that things would get better. Empty words were worse than weak ones. "It just felt like we should be here." "Thank you." Elias rested one hand briefly on her shoulder. "Balthazar would have done the same for me, child. He officiated at our wedding all those years ago." "Father, we promised." Damocles sounded urgent, almost desperate. "We can't let her suffer like this." "No, we can't." Elias shivered, turning away. "You know there are rumors of a cure. Some master creature. A mother, I've heard. They say if you kill her, every guardian on Middara would be themselves again." He shook his head, then started walking forward toward the bed. "But no one even knows for sure if this mother exists, let alone where to find her." "Why not just keep her somewhere safe until a cure is found?" Remy blurted. She quickly covered her mouth, realizing what she was asking. Elias turned on her, snapping his head in attention. "Are you suggesting I keep my own wife locked in my dungeons? And for how long? The cure might not even exist. She'd spend years in agony, trapped in a cell, ready to break out and hurt people. I can't let her go through that. I won't." Remy lowered her head and took a step back. She didn't know what to say, and Nightingale didn't blame her. Justice shifted uncomfortably beside her, The others all stood respectfully in the doorway, eyes downcast but hands ready on weapons if they were needed. Elias slowed as he crossed the room, and when he drew his sword, his hand jerked on the sheath, nearly cutting himself. Whatever else might be said for Elias as a ruler, Nightingale had no doubt in her mind that he loved Rivka. His hand was shaking. Damocles stood beside Nightingale, a few silent tears streaking his face, but he stood rigid and much more composed than his father. The older one is weak. Nightingale didn't know if the voice was hers or the Malum's at first. She blinked in confusion and thought it again. This time the thought sounded like her own. Nightingale shook her head and concentrated. He shouldn't be the one to do it. The thought came again. It sounded like her own voice mixed with the Malum's usually grovelly voice. Nightingale shuddered, realizing that she was having a hard time separating who was who in her own mind. Regardless, there was no doubt that Elias was struggling. Nightingale considered urging Damocles to be the one to do the job.
Alright, decision. The player controlling Nightingale, that's me, must decide what to do.
Ooh.
I can urge Damocles to kill his mom. His father doesn't look capable of killing his own wife. Or I can say nothing. It's not your place to decide. I'm leaning towards saying nothing. It's not your place to decide.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like, I mean, Nightingale might be like this shitty person that I don't really like.
Mm-hmm.
I like her character as it's written, but like if she was the MC, I'd probably quit watching this anime.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Well, it sounds like that's the Maluma's presence that would even goad her into saying anything.
Right. But it even goes in kind of like that situation where they're saying like, oh, it's also kind of her thoughts as well.
Mm.
You know, the Malumas brought it up, but she was also thinking it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if let the king kind of, or not the king, the Lord of Hyde, you know, kind of do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just because he showed hesitation, I'd kind of have more concern if he just like, yeah, there might not even be a cure, and just like kill his own wife. It's like, oh, you didn't even like kind of even, you know, consider the thought.
Mm-hmm.
Or humor the idea.
Yeah. I mean, there's a consideration that he might look weak if if he does a botched up job, it could cause more pain.
Yeah. Who's to say Damocles won't do it either?
Like, honestly, just like human beings, you let them make the call. This
Right.
has nothing to do with us.
Yeah. It's
And-
like, hey, we were kind of on our way out. We were here for emotional
Yeah,
support.
we came back. Like, we were, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to say nothing.
Yeah.
It's
that
not your
sounds
place
fair.
to decide. So, fighting to her last. Right there. And I shall... That's 226. Okay. Right. Fighting to her last. Bam.
Fighting to her last, Nightingale forced back the voice of the Maluma, staring at the silver metal of Elias's sword as he crossed the room. The Maluma was wrong, obviously. Elias Hyde was a competent ruler, and by killing Rivka, now he was honoring a promise to her. I'm sorry, Rivka, Elias whispered, raising his sword. It wasn't easy, seeing the woman he loved lying helplessly, covered in pulsating red sores, acidic green slime oozing from open wounds. I'm sorry, he whispered again as he struck. Rivka pulled violently to one side just as the sword came down. Instead of cutting her neck, he sliced through a leather restraint. It was all the opportunity she needed, tearing free of the rest of the restraints and leaping on Elias with a gurgling scream.
Oh my god.
What did I tell you? Nightingale froze in horror as the Maluma continued to taunt her.
Not my fault! Not my fault! Not illegal, not illegal. Show me the law, not illegal.
I know weakness when I see it. I saw it in him. I see it in you. Damocles rushed to the bed, clearing the room in a few long strides. He took his mother by the shoulders and flung her backward into the wall. Father! He helped Elias to his feet. The acidic green slime dripping from Rivka hissed when it touched the floor and filled the room with a putrid smoke. Her festering sores had burst, dissolving what remained of her nightgown. Please, Rivka moaned. Kill me. I don't want to hurt you. I know, Elias straightened, pushing Damocles aside with renewed resolve. Whatever shreds of humanity Rivka was holding on to were banished with a sudden, twisted howl. She lunged for Elias. He was ready this time. He stepped to the side as Rivka charged, whipped his blade up, catching her in the neck. She dropped like a stone, trailing green ichor. Elias dropped the sword, then sunk to his knees a few feet from the body. Are you all right? Damocles moved to his father's side. Did she bite you? No. Elias's voice cracked as he answered. No, she wouldn't do that.
He was bitten.
He said as he inspected his arms. Please leave me. I wish to be alone. Please. As the door shut behind them, Nightingale heard Elias's muffled sobs.
I'd say that went pretty well, all things considered.
I thought she was gonna straight up kill him, and like, oh great, now it's
rips his head off. It's like, all right. And then we get the story flag, A Husband's Duty. No, and then we move on to My Duty.
my duty.
My duty.
Duty.
Damocles arrived in the sitting
My
room with a
duty.
heavy pack on his shoulder and a determined expression on his face. Nightingale and her friends had already spent over an hour preparing to leave, and when he came down the stairs, he was relieved to find they hadn't left yet. Nightingale had just finished tying off her pack and looked up from her preparations. Damocles? What are you doing here?
I
You
love
don't
you.
need to see us off, Brooke said. We know you have more important things on your mind. Damocles took a few moments to speak, as though he were gathering the courage. He turned to Justice with an intense expression. Are you still going to find Echo? Justice blanched, retreating a little under his gaze. Yeah, I mean, she's after the same thing my friends are, so we'll have to confront her eventually. Good. He turned to Nightingale and lowered his head in respect. I'm sorry I treated you so poorly when you arrived, Princess Nightingale. It's okay, she muttered, unsure of what to say. I'd have been upset in your position too. It's no big deal. He nodded and took a step back, steel boots clinking on the stone floor. As I see it, what happened to Hendrix doesn't balance the scales. He betrayed us because Echo ordered it. She was part of the bigger picture, and if she hadn't been whispering in Hendrix's ear, this wouldn't have happened. I want to see her pay for her crimes, if you'll let me come along. They didn't have to think about it long. They had seen him in battle. Having him along would definitely make things easier.
But slower.
Of course.
Because he's
Zeke
fat.
shrugged. Where we're going, we'll need all the help we can get. You can say that again, Justice said quietly. Gehenna and its swamps are no joke. This isn't going to be easy. From what we've been through already, I think we'll make it all right. Nightingale clenched her fist to her side. We can do anything as long as we're together. Zeke gave her a flat look. None of that magic of friendship garbage. Damocles
Thank
put a
you,
hand on
Zeke.
Nightingale's shoulder. As long as you help me get revenge for my mom, we can make our friendship as magical as you want. Remy interrupted him with a raised eyebrow. As magical as we want, huh? That sounds a little... She shrugged. You know? Damocles shot his hand away from Nightingale's shoulder. What? No,
Just flip it
that's
up in
not
his
what I
waistband real
meant.
quick.
I'm saying that I want Echo to pay for her crimes.
Oh
Damocles
yeah,
walked by Remy with a
it's a
scowl.
lot less menacing
Each
than
jumped
this
to her
image over
shoulder, and
here.
Remy
Yeah, you know what you don't get to see in that picture? Those fucking cum gutters.
Those
God
cum gutters, god damn!
freaking look at those trenches. Damocles.
flung her backpack on. She shared a smile with Zeke, while the two followed Damocles out into the streets of Hyde. Rook cleared his throat. Nightingale, let's go. We need to be careful while we travel into the carrion swamps. I've read about the place. Of course you have, Nightingale grinned. It's supposed to be very dangerous, Rook said, turning to leave. With a handful of strides, Rook had nearly caught up with the departing group. Nightingale watched her friend set out the door, and with a deep breath, she followed.
New party member!
Oh, is he like a full-blown...
Yep.
Oh,
Damocles,
shit!
Damocles joins the party. Players must immediately set up Damocles by going through the following steps. We reveal medium and large hidden cards UM25.
Okay, so I take it this
I
is...
might swap Zeke out for him.
Is he good? Or is...
I don't
Or
know.
is he a fresh build, possibly?
I think he's a fresh build. It's the same thing as when we got Justice.
Okay.
Justice. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got from old Damocles.
Damocles!
UM25. Yep. So, yeah, he no longer has the...
Okay.
Can I see the back of that real quick? I just want to see
if it's the same.
if it's the same. It is, yeah.
Okay.
So, he has 6 movement. That's a little bit better. 6 movement, 9 defense, 12 health. Presence 6, lore 3, agility 3, perception 2, strength 4, so he's useless. Unimaginable tragedy. Protecting the people he loves drives Damocles to fierce action. Damocles has an unmodified maximum stamina of 6 and immunity to haste. Oh, that's right. So, because everyone else can only have 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then medium. There's medium card 25. And here they are, his cum cutters. That's actually, it's a skill.
Yeah?
Yeah. He gets an automatic, I don't know, I can't think of anything. His Iridium Dagger, it can be a relic that lets him dodge. Or it's a knife. A knife, exotic, light, double. It's a green. So, a green one-handed, and it has backstab, if it's comboed with something with light. And follow-up, if this attack dealt damage, gain a vow token.
Oh, okay. That's where he gets the vow from.
Right, and then the stars is +3 physical damage. Let's see, gains the Iridium Dagger. This story item is double-sided, may be equipped as either relic or weapon. Damocles joins the party with a one-handed uncommon melee weapon of your choice, a random uncommon core, and a random uncommon armor. Then Damocles gains XP equal to the total XP earned by the party. A single member so far. Then he may learn any disciples he has enough XP for. So,
Okay, all yours, sir. I'll let you do the picking since he's your new NPC.
potentially,
NPC.
yeah. Damocles, CLES. How much XP do we have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Does that sound right? 26. Maybe 27.
So 2, 3, 10, 15, 24. What are you thinking? 27?
27.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, because I have 2 level 2s, so that's 10. Then I have 1, 2, 3 level 1, so that'd be 19. Then another level 1, making it 22. I don't know where I got 27. 22, maybe it's not 20. So 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then these 2 are level 1s of the same one. So, okay, maybe not 20, 23.
It's gonna be, okay, how much extra does Justice have left over?
She has 3.
3. So 27. Because I have 24 here, and if I have 3 left over, it's 27. So I think you're right. What's making you doubt it?
Well, now the math isn't adding up on what I have for Zeke. Oh, I forgot to add his, well, no, because I only have 1 left over for him. His Nightingale is 5, 7, so that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. Yeah, she's at 25. 25. Because we should all have the same amount of XP.
Yes, sir. 27.
It's I mean, it's not adding up, but
What,
because okay, 5 XP plus 5 XP is 10 plus 3.
well, that one of them is going to cost 1 more.
But these are different levels. So, but this one is a level 1, and that's a level 1. That's where the extra one was coming from. So 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 22. I have 23.
How much does he have left over?
23. 1. So 24. Why doesn't it just... It should just say...
Are you counting your Nirvana's mark back down there?
Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12 with Blade Works.
3
plus the
4.
5 here.
So 3, 4.
I mean, plus the 1 that we have.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 over there alone. If they're all level 1s.
I thought it was extra.
It's 1 extra per that you have of that level.
I thought it was of the same discipline.
No, I believe it's per each level. I mean, she is not straight at all from her discipline, and she has 27.
She has a 4, which is 9, a 3, which is 7. That's 16. Well,
Yeah, so 3 and a 7, 10, plus 5, 15, plus 9, that's 24. And then I have the 3 extra, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27.
All right. Okay, that's what we'll go with. Okay, so he joins the party with a one-handed uncommon melee weapon of my choice, and a core, and a random uncommon armor. Then he has his XP. Record all this information on the adventure sheet, and players are still limited to 4 adventures in a group. Now, we choose the active group.
Let's get his gear. See what he gets.
Yeah.
So you said uncommon weapon of your choice.
Yes.
Or but the armor and
the armor.
core
The
was
armor.
random.
No. Yes, you're right. So a melee weapon, a one-handed, uncommon melee weapon.
Okay, sweet.
That's unique. I'm like, oh man, I can just pick this.
Pick this.
Okay. Uncommon weapon. Alright, etched to this console. That's two-handed. I can give him the switchblade. Yeah, there's a switchblade. That's two-handed. I can give him a crossbow. Oh, no, you can't. I forgot. You can't do... And it has to be melee anyway, because... So, 2, 2, 2. I give him... So it looks like he uses daggers.
Odd, because he used the soul carver before.
That's, yeah. I definitely, if I'm going to use his iridium dagger, then I want to combo it with a light.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll ignore these shields. Dweller short sword, move 1 space diagonally. Exhaust to reroll 1 of your combat dice if you're comboed with light. That gives him finesse, so it'd be a red and a green.
Nice.
And he gains immunity to darkness. That's actually kind of thematic, because... he, like, their whole thing is about minds.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a follow-up, just innate, that's inflict darkness, force 9 plus the difference hit.
Okay.
You know what? I might just grab that. Yeah, I think I'll just grab the Dweller short sword.
Alright, fuck it.
Not even gonna look at the other stuff. Not even gonna, like, think about it. Have you noticed we have, like, basically no range? No.
Magic?
Yeah,
throwing chains?
No, like, traditional range, I guess.
For sure. Like no bows and shit.
Yeah, that was going to be Zeke. He was supposed to be, like, with his weapon straps to be able to kind of swap back and forth. But the bows I was using sucked, and the other ones were pretty expensive. So then it is a random uncommon coal.
Ooh.
What the fuck is that? Is that your thing over
Yeah,
there?
that's what I got.
That weird ass creature
Mm-hmm.
that crawls out of her butt.
Yeah, I keep it right in my butt.
All right, and he has the Campaigner. Exhaust to counter gives him +3 defense. Exhaust, when you are dealt damage from an attack, gain a dodge token.
Sweet.
So that's what he's got. Watch. This random draw build is going to be better than the whole 40 hours of gameplay. And then armor. It was uncommon armor, right?
Yes.
Random uncommon armor. Yes. And it is... God. The Ancient Full Plate. Yeah, uncommon armor. +3 armor, +4 health. Passive, when you are the target of an attack, even if you are dealt damage, you may still counter. Exhaust, when you are dealt damage, reduce physical damage dealt to you by 4.
Exhaust. That's
Yeah.
gnarly.
Well, I think we got our tank again.
Yeah.
I might give him a shot. I mean, you gave Justice a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any inclination to want to go back to Rook.
I mean, I do like Rook, but with her just being able to summon 2 now, she can inundate the battlefield with just bodies and just that many more targets.
Yeah, just this natural combo of hitting might just work out better. God, I just really fucking like the concept over here of this build.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so does the party have the story flag avoiding collapse? We do.
Does he get something else? Maybe they're like, my liege, here, taketh upon this virgin girl.
Gives him, it's like, add 10 to your armor.
What?
Alright, yes, continue to Grateful Families. Well, I don't know what that is, but we are about to go into chapter 4.
That looks promising.
Grateful Families. A shout from behind caused Damocles and the others to turn. Several people emerged from the crowd. One of them came forward, a big smile on their face. Mrs. Fullard, how are you? Damocles nodded at her. We came to thank you, she said, approaching with a bag in her hands. Without your help, my Dirk would be dead. You saved his life down in those mines.
My Dirk would be dead. I'm Dirk. You gave my name.
It's like, look, it was
was
take your
offensive.
son to work day. He wasn't supposed to be there.
Save my Dirk.
It's like, yeah.
And the lives of many others. It's not much, but we've gathered some... No need. Damocles quickly put up his hand and took a step back.
No, we'll
We
take it.
didn't do it to be repaid. It was my duty, and I simply did what I could to help. That's all. That's
We're all looking at each other like, okay, yeah, it wasn't our duty, fucker. What do you got for us?
We fucking put our lives on the line.
Yeah.
We'll take the reward. Like, we just shut him down. Hand it over.
If you still want Dirk to be alive, you'll give us more.
not all. She took a step forward, not letting his retreat stop her. Not everyone in places of power would risk themselves like you did. You and your family have done so much for all of us. And when we heard you were setting off, well, we may not know what you're up to, but we trust it's a worthy cause. And you deserve all the help you can get in your endeavor. No, really. Damocles tried to back away again, but Mrs. Fullard wasn't having any of it. She grabbed his hand and pushed the bag into it. We won't take no for an answer, young man, she insisted. She let go of the bag, stepping away and folding her arms. You be safe out there. And remember that we'll all be waiting for you to return. With that, the families of the miners came up and shook each of their hands, thanking everyone for their help. Damocles tried to hide the glowing sense of pride and love he felt for these people as they headed back to town. He couldn't fight it. He grinned broadly as they left for Gehenna.
Okay, we gained 4 mundane consumables,
Oh, nice.
if you would be so kind.
Sure.
As to, and 50 gold for
Sweet.
each miner that was saved after the first.
Did we get 3? 2.
2. Yeah, so 100 gold.
Nice. Damn, each one that we lost was 50 gold?
God,
Fuck.
I guess you can put a price on human life.
Okay, I'm in...
How many did we lose? 3?
Yeah, one that got instant killed, one that got blown up partway through.
Oh, that was inevitable.
Yeah. No, there was another one from the...
Oh, yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
the dynamite guy.
Yeah, we lost quite a few.
I want to say we lost 3.
Yeah.
So that was essentially 150 gold
Yeah.
right there.
Damn. All right, where's the consumables? Okay, mundane.
And then, does the party have the story flag new ambitions?
Oh, that's the coffin girl, right?
That is.
Oh, come on, be something fucking good. Get Seth off my back. Come on.
What was it again? Oh, a change in profession. Wait, what? No, sorry. Continue to... Yeah, a change in profession. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is.
A change in profession. Damocles, wait! The girl they had pulled from the mines came rushing up to them. A large belt was wrapped around her waist, and an oversized pack stuffed full was on her back. The girl smiled brightly as she approached. Nightingale looked back at her friends, who seemed as confused as she was. I'm so glad I caught up to you, the girl beamed. She looked around at each of them. You guys are so brave and so amazing. You saved my life. And I want to do the same. I mean, I may not have all your adventuring skills yet, but I'll learn. I just need some training. I'll catch on really quick and work really hard, I swear. Maybe I could, I don't know, come with you guys? You could teach me how to fight, and I can repay everything you've done by helping. No. Damocles cut the girl's rambling off and held up a hand, his face firm. But I want to help people, she insisted. Like you guys. You saved my life.
You don't talk to me that way! Nightingale, what did you see? Enough to know I'm getting a raise.
I want to return the favor. She punched at the air. Fight monsters? Go on adventures? Damocles shook his head. You don't understand, he said grimly. We didn't help. We failed to save everyone in those mines. And if we can do so little, what do you hope to do? I tried as hard as I could, and
I mean...
Listen,
I'm pretty awesome.
Matter. You need to stay here. Forget these ideas.
Pulls out the cum gutters.
I can't have another citizen of my
Like, he just gets some milk, kind of pours it across.
Just immediately trickles through his abs and just pours. Like, if this couldn't do anything, nothing you can do. I'm fucking Damocles' hide.
Damocles turned quickly, and Nightingale watched as he strode away without a further word. She looked back at the girl, who looked slightly perplexed. Well, if he won't let me go with you, let me do something at least. The girl reached into her pack and pulled out a satchel, holding it out to Nightingale. Thanks, Nightingale said, taking it. Inside, she could see some adventuring goods. I'll just have to train on my own, the girl said with a newfound resolve. I'll have to do what I can here in town.
It's a Beretta.
I can prove myself here, and someday I'll be able to help you guys. Nightingale smiled and turned to leave with the rest of the group.
Alright. We gained 4 mundane consumables.
Hi. Damn it!
And then we go to...
That was all it was worth. I mean, yeah. So yeah, the extra effort was not.
The only time I could see the extra effort mattering is that time where there was like that sword.
Right!
Alright. And then we go to Traveling to Gehenna, which is Chapter 4. So, that was the end of Chapter 3, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Click the eye to go to the discussion for Chapter 3. And other than that, stick around for the rest of the series. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.